tend to be.
Yeah.
What's up, fellas?
What's up? Is that Denver?
Denver, yep.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, hey.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hey, congratulations on a good season.
Appreciate it.
I am getting things fired up here.
Glad you guys were able to do this. That's awesome.
Yeah, these are always fun. I told D-Wayne to come hang out. He said he was around, so we'll see if D-Wayne can pop in here. Trey, you want to do little predictions, a little preview before we get rolling?
Good.
All right, let me close this. Close that. Let's see if this causes everything to go nuts. Alright, so far so good. Dimber, let me see if we can get the share screen to work. Let me send a request. So see what that does. Yep, that works perfect.
Good.
Yep, that's gonna work perfect. So I will not share screen real quick. What I'll do is we'll do a little preview show, and then I know that he's going to be there about 8:13, so another 5, 6, 7 minutes or whatever, and then I'll send another request, and we'll get rolling from there.
Perfect.
Cool.
I'm gonna mute myself here so I don't
All right. Sounds good, my buddy. Appreciate you.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
All
The
right.
cool thing about that mode is you and I can both watch the exact same screen.
Oh, that's right. And that way we don't have any kind of weird lag or anything like that, which is always a struggle. All right, let me get us fired up here.
You're tuned in to a Grown Folks production
In mix.
with the commish, Nate.
Yo, everybody, it is season 102, OMFL Bell. What was I trying to say there? OMFL Bowl time. I can't believe we're already here, already to the end of season 102, but we have made it, and that is a very, very good thing. Before we even get rolling here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stop right now. I'm going to make sure that everything's good to go with Mr. Trey's audio. I think we're good. I didn't have it messed up this time. So, Trey, I'm excited to see this one tonight, man. We're ready to go. How about a little prediction show? We got about, 4 to 8 minutes here before we're ready to go. Let's do a little prediction show. So I'm firing up Madden. Give me some knee-jerk reactions. Falcons, Bengals. They're in it. OMFL Bowl 102 is set.
I predicted the 7th seed. I knew the 7th seed had a shot this year from the NFC. I nailed that one. I thought the Cleveland Browns were going to make it to the AFC Championship, fall short. They proved me wrong. I'm looking for a heck of a good defensive matchup from two high-powered offenses.
Yeah, I can go both ways on this. I think Kobe definitely plays like this pesky defensive scheme that can force you into some really tough throws. But I think if I had to pick, what does Kobe do differently than other players, other owners in the OMFL? It is his offensive scheme. He just knows how to scheme people open, whether it's Kyle Pitts, whether it's one of these receivers, the way that he integrates the running game, the way he integrates his quarterback, Desmond Ridder. Like, he does a lot of things exceptionally well, and he just has a really good scheme. And sometimes, like when I play Kobe, at least get to do it twice a season, I always find myself frustrated by, like, you think you have him under wraps, you think you know what he's going to do, and he runs this play that you're like, I don't know how to stop that. Like, I literally don't know what to do to stop that play. On the other side of the ball, you've heard me already talk about my love fest for Denbrew, who's in the chat. He is muted, though. He's going to be live sharing his screen so that we can have this all live tonight. But Denbrew, my love fest for just the way he can play whatever style you come at him. If you want to go high power, high point, just run and gun style offense, like, he can do that. He can sling it. He can run with the quarterback. You want to slow him down? You want to make him pound it between the tackles? I'm mixing all kinds of phrases up tonight that don't go together, Trey. I think I need a moment, but it's okay. We're going to fight through this. But he can do that. You want to play defensive football where both offenses can't move the ball? He can do that. You want him to go out, get after the quarterback? He can do that. You want him to turn the ball over? He can force you into some bad turn. Like, he just has such a well-rounded team. Good to see you, RL. And I just think that Denbrew and these Browns, he knows how to do it. And it's going to make for an interesting game. Give me one key to the game. Give me one key for both of these teams.
Key for the Falcons is it's going to be, can you slow down that offense? It's been proven in this offseason. He can pass and he can run over pretty much everybody. If you're Kobe, you're going to have to sit there and find a game plan to shut down this offense. If you shut this offense down, you're giving yourself your best opportunity to win this OMFL Bowl. For Denbrew and the Browns, just keep pace. If he can stay on path as he has this entire season and playoffs, I think it's a foregone conclusion that Denver's going to win the game.
Yeah, thankful for Denbrew having the share screen up early here. You can kind of see some stats right here on the screen. 88 offensive overall team for the Cleveland Browns, 85 overall defensive team, 86 overall team. The Falcons, on the other hand, your number 7 seed, only a 9-8 team, yet they get all the way to the OMFL Bowl 102. 80 offensive, 83 defensive, 81 overall. 24 points for the offense of the Atlanta Falcons, putting him about halfway at 14. 35 points for the offense of the Cleveland Browns. 240 passing yards, 116 rushing yards. That's fourth and fifth in the league. On the other side of the ball, 179 passing yards and 111 rushing yards. That's 24th and 9th. It's the defense where these teams are more even. 17.7 points per game for the Browns defense, 21.2 points per game for the Atlanta Falcons offense, 182.4 passing yards allowed per game, 106.9 rushing yards per game. It's 11th passing and 18th rushing. If you look on the other side, this is again where Denver just shines. 181 passing yards puts him right behind the Falcons at ninth, but only 78 defensive rushing yards allowed per game. A 14-3 season to a 9-8 season for the Atlanta Falcons. And this one's going to be another classic one. I think keys to the game for the Atlanta Falcons: can you not turn the ball over, and can you control the clock? And I think if you can control the clock, you control the pace. If you cannot turn the ball over, you can kind of control the momentum. If you're the Falcons, you can't let momentum get out of hand. If you're the Cleveland Browns, just do what you've done all season. Don't allow him to get you out of your game plan. Don't allow him to get you out of the offensive and defensive schemes that you play. Stick to the plan. Even if he busts a big play, even if he rattles off some kind of weird play or hits Kyle Pitts for a big play, which could happen, or a big run, or even like a quarterback scramble, stick to the plan. Let things play out. I think that's the way to go for both these teams. Well, give me your prediction, Trey. We're here. Dwayne may be joining us. I don't know. Send him a couple of messages. I'm about to text his butt, told him to get in here. So hopefully Dwayne will come and join us here in just a little bit as they fire up here in just a second. Give me your prediction, Trey.
The heart wants to go with Falcons, but my brain's saying Browns. I'm saying 35-24 victory.
Yeah, I'm going Browns. They've been my team to pick. He's been on such a roll. You have to give a nod to the Atlanta Falcons, though, and just the hot streak that he tends to be on right now. He's got this team rocking and rolling, and it looks really, really good. My head says go with a blowout. I just think on paper the Browns are going to win this one going away. But my heart tells me OMFL Bowls are always close. Even if one team jumps out to a big victory. We've seen it last year when Denver was the Bengals and I was the Saints in OMFL Bowl 101. The Bengals, I should say, got out to a big run. Saints came back, almost won that game, had a lead late into the fourth quarter before the Bengals ended up winning his first championship. Now he's over with the Cleveland Browns. So I do think this will be a close one, even though it would not surprise me if this one starts to get blown out of the water and momentum takes over. Give me a 36-30 victory for the Cleveland Browns. Even though my head wants to say like a 32-17 game, that wouldn't surprise me as well. But I'm going with the Cleveland Browns as well. So it's going to get fired up here in just a few seconds. And we're looking forward to a really good, clean game. I'm always praying for a clean game in the OMFL Bowl. Of course, I feel like I always play clean, and Denver always plays clean. So I felt like last bowl game was pretty crystal clear. But it tends not to be the thing, right? Sometimes the playoffs get to us and just kind of the heat of the moment, you maybe kind of venture a little outside of FPR than we like to see. But I'm hoping for a good clean game between these two. No, you were not in my head, but clearly there's a story that popped in your head. I'm just saying these playoffs in general, when I watch the OMFL Bowl, feel icky sometimes. There have been some games that I've watched that I've been like, ooh, that was icky. That's not the kind of gameplay we like to have here. There was the one game. There's the one game between, was it Penguins and the Chiefs? I feel like maybe I'm making this up. And Dwayne and the Cowboys. And it was like 75% shotgun runs, and I was just like, gross. Can we please
Hey.
get out of the shotgun?
You're sticking the knife in me. It was me versus the Chiefs and Penguins.
Well, I think, didn't Dwayne have one as well? Because I just remember Dwayne will bust those long shotgun runs on you too. And I don't think I got to watch your bowl. I think your bowl was one of the ones that I
called it.
missed. There you go. Listen, it's been 22 years of calling games. Okay, cut me some kind of slack here. Brian, I miss you. Good to see you, my man. I didn't bother you with this one because I know you and Suze have a lot going on, and I just haven't seen you in quite some time, and I just didn't want to bother you, but I love you, man. I hope you and Susan are good, and can't wait to see you back around again. So it should be a good one, Trey. I'd love to get Dwayne in here. I think two, technically three, even though, listen, I'm never one of the highlight competitors here, but you and Dwayne, both of you coming off of just really tough losses in the OMFL playoffs, one to Kobe with Dwayne and you to Penguins, who was in the NFC Championship. I think that vileness, that bitterness would just be great to have right here on the stream. So we'll see if Dwayne pops in. I just sent him a chat as well.
And I'm definitely looking forward to this. I'm excited about next season.
Tell me what you're excited about.
Nate, you get a run with the big boys.
Yeah, well, we'll see how I do with no quarterback. But listen, I've learned, even though my heart wants to say I'm an offensive guy and I'm a receiver at heart, I've learned that in the OMFL, defense is my game. I'm always going to have, usually I have a top 10 defense when I'm playing well.
Oh, Nate, you get to run the gauntlet, though. You got a guaranteed matchup with Wayne. You got a
Where do you
guaranteed
see
matchup
this?
See, I know the scheduling. You're a division leader, so you're automatically playing the other division leaders.
Okay.
So
I have
you
no
got
clue how
D-Wayne.
Madden does the schedule, so.
So I figured it out almost to a T. You're guaranteed obviously your 6 matchups within your division. You'll get the rest of the NFC at the position that you placed. So first, second, third, fourth. You'll play the other divisions same ranking. Then you get your guaranteed matchups against a full division. And then you have your guaranteed matchups in the AFC division, and then whatever seed you are from another AFC division. It's weird.
Yeah, that's going to be not fun, especially again without a good quarterback. We'll see what I can do this offseason, but I've got no money, no draft picks, and a quarterback that needs a lot of help. So we'll see what I can or can't do. I'm hoping to make a couple of trades, but I don't know. I feel like it's a time thing for me, and I'm the commissioner, so people just don't like to trade with me for some reason. When you think about, though, the Browns and the Falcons, both of these feel like fairly young teams. The Falcons still on the rise, and to get here with an incomplete team, and he has an incomplete team, is really impressive. The Browns feel like they're kind of putting their stake in the ground that, like, they're here to rule the AFC, I should say, for this entire Madden cycle. Where do you see these two teams in a year from now with an offseason under their belt?
I very well possibly see the Browns being right in the same spot they are. I don't.
Do you think the salary cap will get them at all?
I think they'll be fine, given their movement and stuff. I think they have a lot of their key pieces locked up long term. I think it's more so you're going to catch them maybe season 4, season 5 having that issue.
Yeah. And whereas the Falcons, I think, will be the other way, right? They've already got rid of some pieces in real life before we got going. Now they got rid of even more pieces in real life today, but luckily that doesn't affect the Falcons.
Oddly enough, one of the pieces on the Falcons defense, Deion Jones, went to Cleveland.
Yes, he did. And being a guy from LSU, it sucks that the Saints couldn't pull the trigger for that guy. But I think I'm learning about Mr. Deion in real life. He's much better in Madden than he is in real life for some weird reason. But the Falcons... Yeah, he is a speed and strength monster. But the Falcons in year 2 under Desmond Ridder, they could really change that 9-8 to look more like these Browns and their 14-3 record.
I definitely see them taking the NFC South more than likely next year.
Yeah, they have a lot of good pieces, and again, they're young. They have cap, they have picks, they have a lot going for them. The Atlanta Falcons are going to be, I think the part that always is a little in the air with Kobe, but he proved me wrong this year, is that ability to stay plugged in. And, Kobe, because of his work schedule, his life can get pretty nuts at times. I think he plays in more than one league. And so, when you're in that real life grind of tons of hours at work and you play in multiple leagues, it can be a bit of a grind and things can snowball, which I think happened in periods of this OMFL season. You never know, real life will throw at people.
Most definitely.
In Denver, I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for the bad news to come from you. Me and Denver have an inside joke. He checked on me the other day, and I was like, "No one checks on me. What bad news are you about to drop on me?" And then there was no bad news. And then he texted me. He's like, "I'm still thinking about the bad news," and I think that's funny. And I'm still 5 days later sitting here waiting for the bad news. Like, I'm in my head, he's holding on to it until after he finishes the OMFL Bowl. But hopefully there's no bad news, and somebody's going to get an OMFL Bowl trophy after tonight, and we're going to be off into the off season, which I openly have not touched. I've just been busy, y'all. Roger's been sick. The board is super busy. I've been super busy, and the few times I've had an opportunity to work on it, I've just been mentally and physically drained. But I will not game tonight. I will go ahead and just get some things rolling. We got to get the Pro Bowl out. My guy Lost has already got the awards out. I got to get an all-in-one thread out to everybody. So that stuff will start to come out. So we may have a bit of an extended re-sign period to allow me to get some things out. I didn't even make a playoff graphic, mainly because, Madden took away the in-game snapshots for some weird reason. Even though there's a placeholder in the CFM forum, you actually can't take them, which is just a stupid, weird thing. Hopefully they fix it with one of these updates coming out soon. But anyway, I'm saying all that to say I'm going to see if I can pull out some old graphics, because I save my graphic cutouts. If I have enough to do, because I don't always have all the teams, but if I have enough to do the playoff graphic, I will. If not, we'll just use the regular logos of the teams without the cutouts. We'll make the graphic for these two teams, because I know I have players for both of these teams. And then that'll all come out this week late. I know, I get it, but it is what it is. And then we'll get the offseason rolling today, which will be interesting, man. The offseason is always interesting in the OMFL, but with the trade committee this year and not a calculator, I'm interested to see what happens. The new free agency, I'm interested to see how that works for some of these teams. People really need to manage their cap, man. Cap's going to get people in trouble. So there's a lot of interesting things to kind of keep your eye on.
Yeah, I've already been dabbling in talks to people. I've got an interesting offseason already potentially booked.
Yeah, I need someone to send me a first round pick. I've got plenty of options to make that first round pick worth
available.
it. Who's that?
Pick 9's available.
Wait, who?
Pick 9.
Oh, pick 9. Yeah, I can't afford pick 9. Okay, let's just be honest.
Oh, come on, Nate. You haven't even tried to negotiate with me.
It says I can't display the host screen. What? Hold on a second. Okay, it's back. That was weird. It just all of a sudden I got a weird error message saying I cannot display the host screen, which is Denver. I don't know if there is a setting for that, but maybe check and see if there is a setting for that, and that there isn't a setting set that I can't stream yours. Hopefully that's not a thing, because I remember doing this on the last bowl game. No, actually, it was 2 bowl games ago because I played in the last bowl game. But now I know Brian did the Evolve commentary game for us, and he commentated, and I thought I did like a simulcast of watching his or something. Anyway, hopefully this works the way that we're hoping. I don't have any clue why we're not starting. This game is supposed to start 15 minutes ago.
Kobe got caught in traffic.
Yeah, I've seen that, but he said he just needed a moment to get things ready to go. Well, I guess that was only 8 minutes ago.
If you come to realize things, they tend to say 5 minutes and take 10.
Yeah. Takes more like 20 for some of us. What's up, Bill? Good to see you. Guys, do me a favor, hit the like button. Share it out if you don't mind to your social media.
You ready to go?
What's Dimper doing? Dimper, are you about to boot somebody?
The live kicking of somebody from the league.
Yeah. Ravens at 1-16. That will not be a thing in season 103. Am I right?
That's honestly the
103.
biggest surprise.
Yeah, it is. But he told me he'll be fully plugged in this next man. What's up, Bird? So I think that will be a big change. We'll see what Outlaw can do. He's got a team with a lot of holes. Very impressed by the Bengals at 10-7. It's going to be a fun division to continue to watch, and hopefully the NFC South continues to be a fun division as well.
I'm hoping that the NFC North can stay as competitive as it was, just hopefully a little bit longer.
Yeah, I think it will too. That should be another really fun division. You've got who's the new Vikings owner now? It was Dawson, right? But Dawson is leaving now, so we've got to replace. No, I'm confused.
Dawson took over the Seahawks.
We got Big Hurt. He's going to have a second year to build that team. It was Duval.
Santa.
That was Santa. That's it. That's right. So he's going to have a full year or full offseason kind of build his team. So it should be a really, really good one between all three of you. I think all the divisions are going to continue to take a little step up. We'll get a new Seahawks owner here in the next 24 hours. Probably going to need to, now that I think about it, probably going to need to do that tonight. Get him in here before we advance and does something super weird in the re-sign period. So OMFL owners, there may be a little bit of a weird pause. This game had to happen a little quicker than we needed to. They were supposed to play tomorrow, but I cannot commentate tomorrow, so they moved it up to fit me tonight. So we may need
schedule.
I know. We have our church meetings here on Wednesday nights, and by the time I could get on, that would be really late for these old men who can't stay up late. So, we may sit paused right after the game for 24 hours. Let me get an owner in here for the Seahawks, get him settled, and then we'll advance to re-signs tomorrow. Have all day tomorrow, all night tomorrow night to do re-signs. That also gives me time to get the schedule out, get everybody caught up. This happens sometimes. Doesn't happen often. Usually we've got all of our ducks lined up, but this year I have just been overwhelmingly busy with everything in life, and just everybody else on the board also is super busy. So, and this is the game that just is never going to happen. What is going on over here? Kobe and Denver, get it together.
Well, Kobe said he's ready.
I'm just joking with that, of course. All right, they are searching, so
let's go.
So, there's that.
It hopefully doesn't lock him from players.
Yeah, that's why I want to get him in before we advance. Bill's always trying to hit that gas. Be all right, Bill. All right, what are we going with? A little red top fade into the black bottoms for the Falcons, and Browns here. We're going all white. Yeah, looks like we're going all white for the Browns. Such a classic look for the Browns. Still not one of my... I don't love the Browns jerseys. Those Falcon jerseys, those are pretty cool at times. Let's see if I can get a little juice on the sound here. It's not giving me any sound. That's weird.
Maybe he didn't.
Oh, there it goes. Oh, I bet you he has like music turned off, and I bet you that's what plays.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Browns. So who knows if won or lost? We don't know. But the Browns are going to get this ball first. Roger, but you are here, and that's what matters. So it looks like I'm being delayed for some reason. I don't know why it's doing that. Let me quickly do this now. Let me get out and get back in and see if that fixes the issue. It was weird. It was like delayed. I was hearing the sound before I was seeing it. So we'll see. All right, Browns get the ball first. First and 10 from the 24 tray.
Ooh, Nick Chubb not getting the start in the backfield on the first row.
Yeah, I don't know if this is going to work. For some reason, it is super glitchy and spazzy on my end. Is it doing the same for you?
No, I just got a little bit of an audio delay.
Yeah, I got an audio delay, and it's also like laggy for some weird reason. We'll see if it cleans itself up, friends. We're trying our best here to get this going. Yeah, lots of lag for some weird reason. We'll see if it cleans itself up. All right, Watson back to pass on 2nd and 11. Ooh, he tried to get that. That should have been picked off by the Atlanta Falcons. That one got away from Watson for some weird reason.
Yeah, it looked like a pass lead upfield and then just got too far away.
Is Kobe streaming this game? Because I think we did Kobe streaming the game, right?
Kobe does not have his stream up.
Let's see if it pops up. We'll also see if this cleans itself up a little bit. All right, Watson on 3rd and 11 in the backfield with Chubb. He's got 3 receivers to the right. He's got plenty of time here. He's got to let that one go. Oh, that one should have been picked.
Great using of the zone coverage by Deion Jones there.
Deion Jones should have had that. 2 back-to-back plays for the Atlanta Falcons, Trey, not coming away with the turnover.
Yeah, that's almost a godsend to Denver that neither one of those got picked off.
It's like it's fine for most of the time, and then it lags, and then it catches back up. We'll see. We'll see what happens here, Roger. We'll see if it gets cleaned up. All right, Atlanta Falcons getting the ball for the first time after a great defensive output there. Not what I expected to see here early in this game. Atlanta already having the momentum go their way. 9:09 here in OMFL Bowl 102. Falcons versus Browns. Rookie Desmond Ridder under center. And there's Pitts. Big play off to the right side.
And out of bounds.
It's a nice play to Pitts. He's such an animal. I mean, how do you guard that guy? It feels like no matter how you try to match up, I don't even know what he called there because we had the double post with the comeback route. So evidently he hot routes Pitts on a little out route there. And that's what I'm talking about with Kobe. He just knows how to scheme guys open.
Definitely does.
Ridder handing off to Patterson. Breaks a tackle. He is
Cordell
up.
Patterson's deciding to be a power back.
About 9.5 yards they're going to give him to set up 2nd and inches. What's up, Jay Biles? Good to see you, my guy. You're watching OMFL Bowl number 102. Do me a favor, smash that like button, hit share it out to your social. People to come hang out with us. We are doing a share screen here, which is a little laggy for some reason. We'll see if it continues to clean itself up. 2nd and inches. Here's Patterson off the right side. Didn't get a lot, but didn't need a lot. It's going to pick up a first down here at the 27. Trey, as an offensive-minded coach who had a young, I think, rookie quarterback, what are you thinking here at the 27-yard line?
Kobe played very conservative this season when it came to Desmond Ridder. I expect probably more of the run game to help him out try to get in the end zone here.
3 wide receivers, and Denver is sticking with the 4-3. It's going to match up a safety on the tight end here. Put a man in motion. Patterson off to the left side. He's not going to get a ton there. Good job by the Cleveland Browns just kind of swarming to the ball. But that could have been ugly. I mean, he's sending an all-out blitz, but anytime you're lining up 3 receivers against a base 4-3 set, that can go ugly.
Yeah, that's one of those. In that position, I'm looking audible to get a pass and try and get the advantage of that aspect.
If I'm on defense here, I'm attacking him with a man defense. You know, he's got no wide receivers, but I'm watching for the pass because he will pass out of this formation off to the left side, so you better watch it. He's got Pitts right there in the middle of the field. And going with that man defense, it just kind of mixed and mingled everybody right there in the center.
Hard to run man against Kyle Pitts. Most linebackers aren't fast enough, and most safeties ain't big enough.
What's up, Kevo? Good to see you, my guy. OMFL, I love you. Thank you for hanging out. Do me a favor, hit the like button. Come hang out with us here in chat. You got Trey on the call, got Nate on the call, and we're trying to get D-Wayne in here. First and goal for the Atlanta Falcons from the 7-yard line. This matchup favors the Falcons here. Ooh, Kyle Pitts trying to go right up the middle, but I think that's Lindell Joseph just busting right through the center and stopping him either for a short game, but I think it's actually a loss of one. Yeah, I'm going to set up 2nd and goal. If you're the defense, how are you attacking the Falcons here, 2nd and goal at the 8?
Ran a bit of man. I think you use your 2 plays here, zone coverage, and try and make sure that Kyle Pitts doesn't get open.
2 tight ends makes this formation and this side of the field so tough. I feel like it forces you into a zone defense. And this is now the 2nd time where the Browns seem to have their coverages mixed up. He's forced to take a timeout. I don't know if it's a setting that he's got or something tends to be off. No, he just checked. There's no setting that's off, but his coverages seem to be getting mixed up, but I feel like 2 tight ends kind of forces you into a weird coverage. I'm covering the post out here. I'm watching number 5 on this play.
Yeah, Drake London, that's a good jump ball guy to put in that corner.
Probably should watch what I say, too. Oh, that's going to be picked off by Ward. Ward trying to make a move on Ritter. No, the offensive line. What a play by the Cleveland Browns, and that is exactly what I called, Trey. The post out to the left corner to number 5. It looks like it was late. Ward picks him off.
Yeah, it was well played. It looked like Drake London got to the end, back in the end zone, didn't know where to go. Kobe tried to leave him to the left, and Denzel Ward read it rolled away.
That is tough for the Atlanta Falcons. He's going to need to bear down here on defense and make a play. Watson back to pass. That's going to be picked off by Royals. Back-to-back turnovers. Royals has an opportunity to return this one down to the 17-yard line. Back-to-back turnovers for each of these quarterbacks. Super erratic here early in the first quarter.
Talk about Kobe getting some import luck on that one.
Both of these quarterbacks have not been pretty. Both guys throwing really erratic, bad passes. I think these teams are going to have to settle down here and get the run going. But, man, big turnover for the Falcons starting 1st and 10 from the 17.
Like I said, Nate, I was looking forward to a defensive matchup from 2 high-powered offenses.
Handoff's going to go to Williams off to the right side. Shut down pretty quickly. The Cleveland Browns are going to set up a 2nd and 8 here from the 14-yard line. If you're the Atlanta Falcons, so far the only thing that's been working for you has really been Kyle Pitts. Now, you can't go to him all game, though, so you're going to have to settle Ritter down, find some throws that's going to get him to calm down. Luckily for you, you've got momentum your way. If you're the Browns, stay the course, as we talked about early in this game in our preview show.
Yeah, if I'd be looking to hit what we call up here in Canada the 5 route.
Oh, I now see why some of those were getting mixed up. He went default to base, and that was mixing some of those zone concepts up. This one's going to go to London. The wide receiver lining up in the backfield in motion. Gets the handoff and a gain of 9 to set up 1st and goal from the 6. That's a little wrinkle we haven't seen a lot from, putting the wide receiver, rookie wide receiver, London in the backfield to get a carry.
That Debo package has been very interesting for Madness. Like I know I get to use it with Jameson Williams, and it's fun.
Yeah, I probably need to get that added to the old custom playbook and run Thomas or Olave out of that from time to time. First and goal here from the 6 for the Atlanta Falcons. It's got Pitts in a shifted formation to the left of him. Patterson in the backfield. It's going to go right up the middle. Browns do a good job of shutting that down with a gang tackle. Another loss of 1 to set up 2nd and 8. This is what we seen exactly happen last time. We had a 2nd and 8 scenario after a loss in 1. Well, the Atlanta Falcons, the first time this happened, throws a pick. Let's see what he can do the second go around. 2nd and goal from the 8.
Yeah, Myles Garrett got in there and stuffed up the run again.
The 2 tight ends make it so tough, again, in this part of the field. Puts a lot of pressure on your defense. We're just going to give this one to Williams. And Williams getting tackled quickly by Myles Garrett. That guy literally can do it all.
Yeah, he's a great pass rusher. I think he had 22 sacks on the year. Quote me if I'm wrong. And he can also stop the run.
3rd and goal from the 7. Are you staying conservative or are you trying to put up 6?
If I'm Kobe here, you look Kyle Pitts, you look Drake London, and if nothing's there, get rid of it and take the field goal.
Yeah, you got to come away with points in this one way or the other. If you're the Browns, you're trying to force him into a bad throw. Look for Kyle Pitts on this one. We're just got 2 tight ends, man in motions. London. Look for London, come right under the middle. Ooh, a nice stop route. He was open in a bad throw from Ritter as he had pressure. Looked like Myles Garrett got pressure on him. That's going to set up 4th and goal here. So luckily for the Falcons, that one falls harmlessly to the ground.
Yeah, I know Kobe. That's probably eating him up just a little bit because Drake London had a pretty easy pass to the end zone if he would have got that.
But this is the downside to a young rookie quarterback is sometimes you just get those throws. I had it all season. Make the right throw, make the right read, make the right timing, and yet Madden decides that a defensive lineman was too close to the quarterback and it's 10 yards off of the route and you end up throwing a bad pass or a pick. So it is a part of that trade-off. Cleveland Browns starting their third drive, from their own 20-yard line, 3-0 early for the Falcons.
Interesting to note that the Browns currently have negative rushing yards.
Deshaun Watson, his first completion of the day, he's 1 for 4. He hits Claxton off to the right side, catching the Atlanta Falcons in a bit of a blitz here. It's going to set 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. An erratic early start here for Deshaun Watson.
Yeah,
maybe he didn't get his massage before the game.
Hey, whoa, Nate. Let's not go that far.
Watson back to pass. He's got the play action. Plenty of time. He's got to let it go, though. He had plenty of time. He actually ran back into the play and ran back into a defensive lineman who was way out of the play. Deshaun Watson's going to have to get things cleaned up here. It's going to set up a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, in this situation, I'd be handing it to Nick Chubb. Let that man eat. He's the go-to in the offense.
Would that be your focus if you were the Browns? Are you really establishing the run game? Because you're a passer. You like to sling it around.
Well, it's because I've always had a passing offense. I've never really had a run-based offense.
Chubb with a nice cut and a big truck stick. His first carry of the game goes for 13 yards.
That's exactly why I called it. That man is hard to bring down. Let him eat. Let him wear the defense out and then dot him up with Cooper and Curry.
He was not in for the first play of the game. You think that was just a schematic, like something to try to throw the Falcons off?
I think so. I think it was meant to put his speed back in there to try to stretch out the outside run. Kobe has a very fast linebacking core, so it's one of those maybe they tried to catch him blitzing and just didn't really get much off of it.
It's going to set up a 2nd and 6 here from the 48. Browns finding a little momentum here to get things rolling here. 2 tight ends to the right, Chubb in the backfield, 1 receiver each side of the field. It's going to go to Nick Chubb. He's got a bit of a lane, trying to run somebody over. Ended up clearing open for him. He slows himself down to the 42-yard line. Brown's starting to establish that run now.
Starting to feel like Tony Romo. I called Nick Chubb running the ball, and 3 carries, 27 yards.
2 tight ends is something that just drives me insane. I think it's because I don't run it well on offense, but man, it puts so much pressure on the defense.
It's definitely a very hard defense to figure out. Because you want to put the linebackers on them, but sometimes, especially with this new day of hybrid tight ends, they're just not fast enough. Other times you want to put safety on them, they're not big enough, and then they just get bullied.
This looks like this is going to be the last play of the first quarter in the entertaining OMFL Bowl number 102. Thank you so much for tuning in. You got Trey of the Detroit Lions. You got Nate, the commissioner and coach of the NFL or OMFL Saints, calling OMFL Bowl 102 between the Browns and the Falcons. You got Kobe and the Atlanta Falcons representing the NFC. Denver, your 101 champion from the Cincinnati Bengals, now with the Cleveland Browns representing the AFC. That brings us to the end of the first quarter. Any surprise here? It's a surprise for me, the score. I did not expect a 3-0 game.
I expected it would probably be 14-14 after the first quarter.
Well, the yawns have showed up for me. All right, we got Watson in the backfield. He's got Chubb alongside 3 receivers, 2 to the left. 3rd and 9 here from the 41. Couple changes here for Watson. Watson back to pass. He's got time. He's got a man. He's got Chubb who brings in the catch. It looks like he's going to have just enough for the first down. Falcons did a pretty good job. He had to get some depth, though, because the tight end ran deep up the seam. That holds kind of that linebacker to go a little bit deeper. So even though Chubb was covered in the man, cleared out the linebacker and got that completed pass right there to Chubb for the first down.
Yeah, and Deion Jones is close by, so it was a really good throw.
1st and 10 from the 31. Watson back to pass. Got time. He's going to Chubb again. Looks like another quick first down. Chubb's starting to get a majority of these carries. Not something I expected to see was 2 back-to-back plays there to Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb is starting to kind of establish who he is here.
It's the Chubb or not.
I don't think I can say that. I don't. 1st and 10 for the Cleveland Browns. Watson's going to give it to Chubb. Ooh, Deion Jones filled that up really quickly. Then Nick Chubb kind of broke right through it. And I just looked at the World Series, and my Astros are getting spanked 7-0. Yucky. I don't know what's happening. Anyway, so it sucks. I can't watch it. Brown's got a nice drive here. He needs to get some points one way or the other.
Yeah, definitely that play is solely on the right guard. He should have had the linebacker locked up on that block.
Watson making a couple changes here. Back to pass. He's got time. He's trying to get it right there in the middle. That's going to be caught for the touchdown. Jones was there to make the play, but the tight end gets it right over him. What a play for the Cleveland Browns. Touchdown, Cleveland. That was a great play.
That was 92-speed Troy Anderson just standing there watching the ball go by his head.
That is a gutsy call. It felt like there were 2 guys for the Atlanta Falcons that could have made a play there, and just neither one of them could get their hand on the ball. And the Cleveland Browns come away with a much-needed touchdown. Momentum still going towards the Falcons, though, in this 7-3 game.
Yeah, definitely. Momentum definitely is more in favor coming off of a pick that led to a point versus, getting points off of coming on defense.
1st and 10 from the 18. Falcons trying to get an answer here. Cleveland trying to get a turnover. Ritter in the pistol formation. He's got Pitts to his left, puts a man in motion. Patterson in the backfield. Ooh, that one could have been a big play. He had a man blocked downfield for a screen. Could not get it out because the Cleveland Browns are sending the pressure.
Yeah, that Browns defense they've got good pass rush. If they start firing off, Kobe's gonna have a long afternoon. Or evening, shall I say.
I experienced this firsthand. The Cleveland Browns defense, they just are very, very good at getting that pressure on you. 2 men to the left of Ritter. Patterson in the backfield, 2 men to the right. One is Pitts on the inside. Shotgun formation, 2nd 10 from the 18. Ritter back to pass. He's got to get that one away. It's off to Pitts. So Pitts and Chubbs here, the 2 big receivers for both of these teams, and Pitts gets his team into a third and fairly manageable at 3rd and 7.
Yeah, I definitely look to see Drake London get some looks here. You'd expect him to test the coverages a bit more. He's being a little bit conservative.
I'm sorry, I cannot stop yawning. Clearly, it's been a long day. Ritter in the shotgun, back to pass. Oh, he's got a man. Patterson getting both feet down. Patterson can run and catch. He was a receiver coming out of college, transitioned over kind of to the Army Swiss knife, and now completely a running back for the Atlanta Falcons. He catches that one out of the backfield, getting both feet down to set up 1st and 10 from the 36.
That replay, I don't know if he got both feet down.
It's pretty close. I don't think Cleveland's going to call him on this one, though. 1st and 10 from the 36. Ritter's got 2 tight ends. Patterson in the backfield. London to his right. So he's going to go to Patterson and try to be really patient. That Browns defensive line doing what it does well, and that's keeping running backs in tow, allowing only 76 yards per carry for this entire season.
Per carry, Nate?
Per game. You knew what I was talking about.
If we're going 76 yards per carry, that's a problem. Yeah,
Falcons coming out 2 tight end set. This is their kind of staple offense. He loves to run the 2 tight ends. Play action to Williams. Ritter's got plenty of time, and now that quickly ran away. Myles Garrett was extremely fast on that. It felt like Ritter had tons of time, and then it quickly went to no time.
And Kobe had a tight end wide open deep downfield.
Just couldn't get it away to set up a 3rd and long here, 3rd and 14, and this is where the Cleveland Browns can just go and eat.
Yeah, now Kobe's got to get the time to get that ball. Somebody, 15 yards downfield.
Ritter in the shotgun, back to pass. So he's got a man up the seam. That's going to be Kyle Pitts. Big play, Kyle Pitts coming up with a massive catch there. Browns trying to get some user defensive line pressure. Couldn't get there in time. Kyle Pitts comes down with a big throw.
When in doubt, pit it out.
Desmond Ritter's been a little erratic unless he's throwing to Kyle Pitts. Clearly, these 2 guys have some chemistry going. And what I worry early, and this is just the commissioner in me talking, is the 50% stuff. Kyle Pitts, I think, has almost all, if not all, really close to all of the catches for the Falcons. And then on the other side, Nick Chubb's got most of the catches for the Cleveland Browns. I know these guys are going to mix this up, but it's just the commissioner in me. Man in motion. Ritter back to pass.
London open.
Oh, he's got a man wide open. Fitzger's going to bring this in and touchdown Atlanta Falcons.
That's a big response from Kobe.
How did that man get so wide open? Coming, I'm assuming, from the left side on the drag. Defenses loses its contain. Ritter hits him wide open for a long touchdown to make this one 10-7. With 5:15 left to go in the 2nd quarter.
Safety was on the tight end. Tight end ran a post route and beat him.
Massive play, and this is what I talk about with Kobe, what I think he does really well. He schemes guys open, and the Browns are definitely going to have to get an answer back. Big shot there to Claxton. 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line.
Yeah, Troy Anderson, after giving up the touchdown, comes up and holds the guy up in the kickoff, and J.T. Hayward comes and cleans it up.
if you're the Falcons here, are you coming after Watson? Are you trying to force him into a bad throw? Are you kind of sitting back in zone? What is your mindset here?
Focusing on Chubb. See what Chubb does and try and shut it down.
My guy Denbrew is worried about us calling his plays. Denbrew, I promise we're going to try not to do that. I see that you're calling plays that you're actually not running. You're showing us the art that you're not running. I see you. But Nick Chubb's going to get shut down on the first down run to set up 2nd and 9 here.
I'm really starting to feel like Tony Romo now.
Watson with Chubb in the backfield, back to pass. Oh, he's got pressure instantly right up the middle, but he does get it away. Nice pass over there to number 2. That's Amari Cooper. That's right, for a catch of 14. So 1st and 10 from the 37.
Now, one thing I'm waiting to see unleash here is I want to see Anthony Schwartz, the Browns' speedy receiver. I don't think the Falcons have a speed guy. Interesting how he gets worked on.
Watson in the pistol, 2 tight ends. He's got Nick Chubb in the backfield. It's going to be a play action. He's got a man wide open. Nice play there to the tight end. He's already got a receiving touchdown, and now he's got a big first down to set up 1st and 10 from the 45.
It's looking like it's going to be Njoku versus Kyle Pitts.
It looks like Watson settled down here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, I think that touchdown pass definitely got his confidence up.
Ooh, and somehow Mark Cooper comes down with that. I don't know how that wasn't picked. They're going to say he was out of bounds, though, to set up a 2nd and 10 from the 45. That was a gutsy call. It looks like he wanted to hit the tight end, but Falcons did a good job of covering that up. I got to remember that Denbrew's in the chat. So I'll say what I was going to say after the play. It's going to set up 2nd and 10 from the 45-yard line. 3 receivers. Chubb in the backfield. Watson back to pass. He's got a receiver. Grant somehow comes down with it. Almost breaks a tackle to set up 1st and 10 from the 30. Let's see if I was right. I would have not have been right. I was going to say that's usually when the Atlanta Falcons like to attack you on defense and send those extra blitzers. But instead, he just mans up defense, and the Falcons do that really, really well.
Yeah, it's a defense built for man-to-man coverage, that's for sure.
1st and 10 from the 30 here for the Cleveland Browns. Trying to get an answer of the Atlanta Falcons touchdown. Watson's got his team rolling here early. Watson back to pass. He's got time. He's going to hit Nick Chubb off the left. That's going to get shut down pretty quickly, but not before he makes it a 2nd and inches. Look like the Atlanta Falcons were expecting a run. They're starting to put 5 defensive linemen down in the box.
Yeah, this is where you expect Nick Chubb to get the most work in, so I expect a lot of blitzes and odd man rushes.
Johnson off to the left side, and Johnson's going to pick up the first down here to set up a 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line. What's up, Priest? The Toilet Bowl is also live, so make sure to go check out the Toilet Bowl. Priest, you can't post a link because I have that shut down, but tell us whose Twitch or YouTube we should go watch. If not, just check out the Discord and you can go check it out there. Pull up both of those bad boys. Have OMFL Bowl 102 up, have the Toilet Bowl 102 up, and watch both of our championship games, both going down tonight. That's going to be on Priest, who I think is now on YouTube. All right, we got 2 tight ends to the right. Claxton on the inside, 2 receivers to the left. It's going to go to Nick Chubb. He's got nice blocking. Tried to cut it up there, but looks like he cut it up a little late. It's going to set up 2nd and 9 from the 18.
Yeah, if I'm Denver there, I'm looking to get more run outside there. Didn't really cut up field, had more space.
Priest, who are the Falcons, or who are the 49ers? Because D-Money is not around, so... 2nd and 9 here from the 18. Chubb in the backfield. Watson in the shotgun. Falcons showing some pressure here. Oh, and that one just barely knocks away. Falcons showing some pressure, sending some pressure. Watson had the time, couldn't complete the pass there.
Oh, that's what it is. Lost his using the Niners.
Yep, I see that. So lost sniper with the 49ers over in the Toilet Bowl. Yeah, I know that you could use any team, but I just didn't know who the 49ers were going to be. Against Priest and his Packers. And then, of course, here at OMFL Bowl, 120. Denver and the Cleveland Browns against Kobe and the Falcons. Kobe up 10-7 here, but the Browns are driving. Watson back to pass. Ooh, and that would almost picked again. Deion Jones knocking it away. The cornerback couldn't come down with it. That's now 3 passes from Watson that could have been picked.
Yep. It's a deadly game that Den's playing. Luckily, he's only been picked up once.
Kick's going to be up and good, and this is the thing about momentum that I don't enjoy. We have a tied ball game in the Super Bowl, and the Atlanta Falcons have a majority of the momentum. It just doesn't make any sense, EA. Fix it or turn it off, one or the other. I love the concept. I don't love the reality. Bird returning this one. He's up to the 15. He's going to get that to about the 18-yard line. That's where the Falcons start this one. Trey, I've called this before. Both your game and every OMFL Bowl and game that I've called after. This is where things can go really good or really, really bad for a team. The drive right before halftime.
Yeah, it's one of those things. You take the gamble and try and get the points, or you just play conservatively and try and run the clock out.
We've seen it 100 times. Pressure gets to the quarterback, an interception or a fumble sets up a short field, and momentum completely changes. Ritter back to pass. See, pressure right up the middle. Couldn't get there. They're going to call it illegal man downfield against the Falcons. Set up 1st and 15 here from the 13-yard line. This kind of puts the timeouts maybe in play. I guess the Browns probably need one more stop before the timeouts are in play for them. 1st and 15 from the 13-yard line.
Yeah, if I'm Kobe here, I'm playing it a bit conservative. He does get ball to start the second half.
Which is so key. Yeah, you want points, but you also want to make sure that you don't do something stupid. 3 receivers, 1 tight end. Patterson in the backfield with Ritter out of the shotgun from his own 13-yard line.
Drake London
1:14 left to go. Oh, Patterson with a nice cut right up the middle. He takes the hit stick to set up a 2nd and 1 from the 27-yard line.
If I'm Kobe here, I'd be more in the hurry-up offense and not come back and try and pick another play.
Do you just take the first down here? Do you just like shotgun run it? Just get the first down at any cost?
With the clock running, no. You want to take a shot deep.
Oh, that one's going to go to Bird. He's going to have the first down. Oh, he's going to have a big play. He's at the 50, the 45, the 40, the 30, the 20. The Browns are not going to catch him. Touchdown, Atlanta Falcons. Demetrius Bird, another LSU Tiger with a big play for the Atlanta Falcons. And the Browns had a man deep. He couldn't get over. Massive play for the Falcons.
That's a key to this new rule that we brought in this year. Dengler probably switched over to that safety to make that play. With that new rule, couldn't make the play. That is a Atlanta Falcons touchdown.
And it puts plays like that back on the board for teams. What a play for the Atlanta Falcons. If you're the Cleveland Browns, you just kneel this one out, down by 7. Let's get in a half and let's kind of recoup here, or you trying to press the issue?
With Kobe getting the ball in the second half, I would try to at least force it to get in at least field goal range to lower the gap, because you don't want to essentially have a 14-point swing going into your first drive in the second half.
And you definitely don't want a 21-point swing after the first drive of the second half. That's the worry here, is that, yeah, you're down 7. It's way worse to be down 14, especially with them getting the ball. Looks like the Falcons coming out in a zone. Watson's going to be in the shotgun. 1st and 10 from the 28. Watson with the play action. Back to pass. Got plenty of time. He's got a man, but the Falcons, they're going to come away, not get the interception. Grant's going to get the pass. That's going to be pass interference. It is. It looks like Kobe was there to make the play. He read it, but he slowed down too much and gets the pass interference call. Now you got to go for it.
That's And it stopped the clock, too, without having to use a timeout. That's big.
That could have been ugly, though, for the Browns. He got a little lucky. Look, great pass. Also got lucky. Tight end Nwuko's getting that catch. It's going to get him out to the 27-yard line. 1st and 10. Uses his second timeout.
Den's playing a gambler's man. That was a risky pass. It works for him, though.
That is 2 very risky passes, but you know what? Watson has done a great job of stepping up in the pocket and making those big-time throws. We got a hell of a game here, Bruin. This 3-0 game after the first quarter is going to be completely different by the end of the second quarter. Watson with the play action, plenty of time. Falcons in the zone. Watson's got everything covered up. Throws late. He catches that. Claxton gets knocked out of bounds. The Falcons just inches away from making a play, 3 plays in a row. Godly, if you're Kobe and the Falcons, it feels like you're doing all the right things, but the Browns just keep making big play after big play. 1st and goal from the 7-yard line, 1 timeout left.
Cleveland says 39 seconds. That's enough.
Oh, no. Booth review, that's got to be upheld. It is upheld. A little momentum coming back to the Browns' way. That's a gutsy throw. I'm not going to lie. I would have taken off with Watson 20 minutes before he made that throw.
Yeah, that's why Denver made it to the championship, and he had the number 1 scoring offense.
And that's why I'm sitting at home calling it.
We both are.
Watson out of the pistol, the full pistol. He's got Chubb in the backfield. 2 receivers making some changes here. Back to pass. Oh, that one could have got picked again. The Falcons cannot buy an interception right now, and the Browns are getting so many opportunities. If you're the Falcons, you cannot give the Browns this many opportunities. It's too many.
Yeah, it's eventually going to bite them. And we saw that the one opportunity
I'd like to
get the interception that gave him.
I'd like to see an RPO here. It looks like there was an RPO. He called the pass too late. He had already handed it off. That's the exact play I wanted to see. 9 seconds left to go. Are you kicking the? He's going to kick the field goal here. Are you kicking the field goal? Or are you going for it?
There's 9 seconds left. I'd look to take the quick shot to the end zone. If it's not there, throw it away and take.
Throw it away. Yeah, throw it high and out of bounds, lob it out of bounds, throw it away, do whatever you got to do, but 9 seconds. It's gutsy, it's risky, but I could see making the argument of like, let me take my 3 points, let me get some momentum here. He's coming out with it. I think we talked him into it. Watson out of the shotgun, back to pass. Oh, he got Nick Chubb. He checked it down. They're not going to get another playoff. That's the tough part. Falcons coming out in a cover 2 zone, and all of that big play was for naught.
Yeah, that's one where you don't throw that to Chubb. You get out of the pocket, throw it away, and kick your field goal.
Yeah, I think I'm throwing to like a lob, high arced lob pass to the tight end and just hoping it gets out of bounds. What defensive and offensive changes are you making for both of these teams?
Kobe, he's playing a great defensive game right now. It's been efficient. If I'm Denver, I'm looking to try and maybe mix in some zone blitzes, try and hurry those passes up to avoid Kyle Pitts getting that ball.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely focusing on Kyle Pitts more. I'm probably playing more safety to take Kyle Pitts out of that big play opportunity. I'm staying the course, but on offense, if I'm the Browns, you're going to see Chubb, and more Chubb. Just like every man likes to have in real life, Chubb, and more Chubb. If you're the Falcons, you got to stick to the course here. You have literally dropped 6 interceptions. You got to start catching some of those in the second half.
Definitely. I'd also try and mix up the wide receivers. Yeah. Kyle Pitts can only do so much for you.
Ritter handing this one off. Williams breaking one off to the left side there. A nice run from Williams to set up 1st and 10 from the 31 for the Atlanta Falcons.
It's very interesting. The run game, he doesn't have many power backs, but they're playing as power backs this game.
Ritter under center. He's going to give this one to Williams again, but Browns do a good job of shutting that one down. Looks like my Astros are still getting their butts whooped. All right, 2nd and 7 here from the 34-yard line of the Atlanta Falcons. Cleveland Browns showing a little bit of pressure here. 2 tight ends in bunch closed formation. Ritter's going to hand that one off. No, 2 play actions. Browns are all over the place. And that one's going to be brought in by Ridley. A great scheme play there. It had Denbrew kind of chasing his tail, running all around on both of the play action jet and then the regular play action. He hits Ridley off a big play to the right side.
And this is where the OMFL and real life differ. He should be suspended.
Well, that's going to set up 1st and 10 from the 42 for Desmond Ridder. 2 tight ends to the right, 2 receivers on each side. Ridder under center. This one's going to go to Williams, who's gotten a majority of the carries here early in the second half. That's 5 carries for 22 yards. I'm surprised we're not seeing more of Patterson, who just has that big play ability.
I think Kobe, he's taking a slow, methodical. He's not trying to make those big plays. It's chew up the yards, chew up the clock.
Got a weak formation here for the Atlanta Falcons. Patterson in the backfield. It's going to go right to Patterson. Browns, great job of shutting that down. This is the kind of Madden stuff that drives me a little insane, though. Even though Patterson got shut down really quick, the play was read quick, he still falls far for a gain of 2 yards to set up a 3rd and 5.
And my problem, if that's a Derrick Henry in that situation, I get it.
Totally.
But a guy like Cordell
Patterson, totally.
should not be getting 4 or 5 extra yards when he's met essentially at the line of scrimmage.
This is where the Falcons get a little testy here. They're coming out 0 wide receivers, 3 tight ends. Watch for a big crazy play here. I like what the Browns are trying to do, but man, the Falcons have so many options out of this formation. This is just going straight to Cordell Patterson, who makes a move, gets outrun, gets a big stiff arm there. He's got down to the 5, the 4, the 3, touchdown. Atlanta Falcons. Cordell Patterson says, hey, there's no trickery in this one. I'm just going to stiff arm a guy in the face and run it for 40 yards for the touchdown.
That's a big running play for the Falcons. They're establishing running dominance. That could very well be the key to them finishing this game off.
That's what makes that formation so dangerous for the Falcons is he has so many options. He could run play action. He can have Kyle Pitts on kind of that drag route, up route. He can just run it. And if you come out in that weak defensive line based defense where you've only got 2 or 3 defensive linemen out there, you can give up the chunk play. Listen, Browns are not out of it. This guy averaged 32 points per game. He's got plenty of firepower, as we've seen already. He's going to take over the ball 1st and 10 here from the 24-yard line. Falcons up 14, though. This is where it goes back to that 9 seconds. I pray and I hope he's not listening to us and that we somehow accidentally talked him out of taking his 3 points. But I bet you he wishes he had the 3 points now.
Yeah, definitely an 11-point game. It would be a much different strategy than a 14-point game.
Watson off to the right side. Claxton, looks like the stream's trying to catch up a little bit. It looks like it gets that way sometimes. Claxton hauling in a big pass there to set up 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. When you find yourself falling behind on games like this, do you find yourself reestablishing the run, going pass heavy? What's your mindset?
I'm looking to incorporate more of a play-action offense at that point because you're going to have people anticipating for the pass. So if you can get them to the point where you run, and then they change their mindset and catch them with that play-action, it can be very helpful at this point in the game.
And on defense, you've got a 14-point lead. You going blitz heavy, you're manning it up, you're still mixing it up. Kind of what's your mindset on defense here?
I'm not a blitz-heavy person. I still stick with my man-to-man coverage and try and lock them down with throwing the zones in there just that little bit to keep within the rules.
I tend to agree with you. Outside of, I've talked myself out of giving free man defense on third down when I'm up because I feel the pressure to, and I start running a little bit more zone, forcing myself so that they see a little bit more of a mix up here. 3rd and 1 from the 48. Watson back to pass. Oh, he's got a man outside. That was read by Terrell very well to set up 4th and 1 now. Technically, the Browns can't go far. Or could they? I don't know by our rules. 14. No. I think he might be able to. No, it's got to be 21 in the 3rd.
On his 48, still can't do it.
Yeah, but down by a specific amount in the 3rd quarter. Is it 21?
21.
Yeah. Patterson did not move on that punt return.
Or it actually might be 17.
He was close to it. It was something that I would have at least paused and made sure with the rules I was good. But nice punt there. Falcons going to start their drive, their second one of the second half from the 11-yard line.
I'm Kobe. Keep establishing the run. If it's working for you, might as well keep going with it.
We did see it out of a bit of a gimmicky play with the 3 tight ends and no receivers. Let's see if we can establish it with just a pro formation here.
Yeah, it's been 2 very gimmicky runs that have led to 2 touchdowns, though, in the second half, though.
You're right. Williams trying to come off to the left side here. Shut down pretty quickly.
It seems like, Kobe's putting a college-style offense together that's really working for him.
Yeah. I seen the Browns make a late shift there. I would have been nervous to do that. I always get nervous shifting to the strong side when it's on the weak side of my defense. It could have left him open to be gashed, but it worked out well. 2nd and 11 here from the 10-yard line. 2 tight ends for the Falcons. We're just going to hand that one off to Patterson. And again, Myles Garrett, this guy, he's going to get votes of Defensive Player of the Year. He just is doing it all for these Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, even if he's not making the tackle on the play, he's causing trouble.
Yeah, it just feels like run play or pass play, he's finding some way to get into the backfield. So set up 3rd and 10 here for the...
He's definitely one of those guys that you have to focus on every game.
Falcons are going to spread out the Cleveland Browns with 4 receivers and 1 tight end on the play. Desmond Ridder in the empty backfield, which puts so much pressure on the defense.
I'm a big fan of this offensive formation. It's very useful.
Ridder back to pass. It was a little pressure, but as the pressure gets there, Bird opens it wide up. He clears it late, gets wide open for a big first down.
And that's one of the reasons I like this formation. It has a lot of zone clearing power to it. With just the different route combinations, it's going to pull somebody. That's more of something you want to man up against.
The Falcons did a good job of stepping up in the pocket, and his offensive line giving him just that extra second of time that he needed to complete that pass.
Looks like John Johnson came up to the line. Could be sending some pressure here.
Wow, Lindell Joseph just blew up his play. The whole defensive line made a play in the backfield. Set up 2nd and 9 here from the 38-yard line. The clock is not your friend if you're the Cleveland Browns. You're down 14. That clock starts to really eat down before you know it.
Yeah, if Kobe can keep this run game going through the second half, it's going to be a very key component to his win.
2 receivers to the left. Desmond Ridder under center. Going to be the stretch play, but what a great job. Who was that? Number 41 coming up, holding the tight end block, but still getting his hand on the running back to bring him down. That is a big play to set up 3rd and 8 because that play had a lot of potential there going to the right side.
Yeah. Jeremiah Usu-Koramoah coming up with a huge stop there.
You're pretty good at those names. There's no way I was going to try that.
I try.
3rd and 8 here for the Atlanta Falcons from their own 39. Big defensive play needed here for the Cleveland Browns. Patterson in the backfield with Ridder. Back to pass. Pitts staying in. Oh, and that's going to come down. Oh, there was that a fumble. That's a fumble. They're calling a fumble. It's going to be picked up by the guy you just called out. He's going to return this to the 10-5 touchdown. Cleveland Browns, but this one's going to have to get checked and make sure that it's going to hold up. Holy cow, what a play by the Browns.
It's good.
They're saying it's good. I thought for sure they were going to say that ball was not coming out. That was not a fumble. We said the Cleveland Browns needed a play. That was not what I had in mind. Thank you.
Myles Garrett coming up with the sack, and Jeremiah Usu-Koromora are for you, Nate. Joke. Coming up with a touchdown.
What a play from the Cleveland Browns. We got a brand new ball game.
Yeah, that's definitely a big play for the Cleveland Browns. They take a little bit of pressure off the defense and a lot of pressure off the offense.
Yeah, if you're the Atlanta Falcons, that is not what you expected to happen. You got to eat that one. You got to take the sack, punt it away, and keep playing a game where you're up 14. But try to get that ball out. Ends up getting fumbled. It kind of looked like a pick, too. Just bounced right to him. Fumble 6 for the Cleveland Browns. 1st and 10 for the Falcons from the 23.
I honestly thought it was a forward pass that went incomplete.
Myles Garrett just eating up the left tackle for the Atlanta Falcons alive. I did too. I thought he was in the grasp, and I thought he just kind of threw it out like that, throwing out of a sack animation. But look, bad play, but the Falcons still have the momentum. They're still up 7. Clock is still their friend, but you do have a new ball game here, so you can't completely shut it down.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot different in a one-possession game.
2 tight ends to the right. Back to passes Ritter. They just no time. Ritter takes off, though. Big play, and that's the Kobe that drives me insane. Takes off, slides. You can't even get a hit on his quarterback. That's the kind of big play potential that Ritter adds to that offense.
I noticed something different in that aspect. In the fumble, he had Cordell Patterson in the backfield blocking. This time he switched up and put Williams back there.
But Myles Garrett, I mean, this guy is just on a mission tonight. Ritter out of the full pistol. It's going to be handed off to Patterson. Looks like the blockers kind of got lost in the wash there. Ends up giving the Falcons a big play there for 2nd and 2 from the 49-yard line.
The counter concept did exactly what it's supposed to.
It's a good answer for the Falcons. 2 tight ends for the Falcons. Got Patterson in the backfield, Ritter in the pistol. This one's going to go to Patterson. Another big hole there off to the right side. It's going to be tackled after a gain of about 8 yards to set up 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line.
Kobe's doing something that most people hadn't this year, and it's slashing this Browns defense with the run game.
Yeah, we definitely didn't expect to see that, and it's just been a couple of big plays, but the opportunity to not get away from it, the Falcons have stayed to the game plan here.
Yeah, it's definitely a game plan I don't think many would have anticipated him running.
Ritter handing it off to Patterson. He's going to only gain 1, but it was probably the hardest 1 yard he's ever gained in his life. He had to break multiple tackles just to get there. It's going to set up 2nd and 9. That's probably going to be, that is the last play of the 3rd quarter here. We're moving to the 4th, 17-24. Atlanta Falcons and OMFL Bowl number 102. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to hit the like button. It helps us out a ton. Share it out on your social media. Let people know what we're calling here a historic OMFL Bowl number 102. There's also the Toilet Bowl going down on the Packers stream. 17-6 Packers up in Toilet Bowl number 102 with 2 minutes left to go in the 2nd quarter. 4th quarter, Trey, what do you expect to see from these two teams?
It's going to be the Kobe run game. You've got to keep with it. Mix the pass in just a little bit. Don't look for the big plays.
Oh, that's picked off by Delpit.
As I said, you need to be conservative with the ball. He made a big play risk, he paid the consequence for it.
Desmond Ridder makes what looks like the right read. He makes a pretty good pass, but for some reason, Ridley never turns to find the ball until late. It gets right past him. Grant Delpit, another LSU Tiger with a big play. Browns are in business here. 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line, down 7. Watson back to pass, but he's got the tight end wide open. He just clears out there, gets it to the 44-yard line. 9:47 left to go in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Kobe needed to be more conservative there. Now Denver is getting the chance to right this wrong that he had in the first half.
Needs to be careful, though. He's putting the ball in the air a lot. The clock is now your friend if you're the Falcons. You get Nick Chubb a lot of carries here. He's got Ford in the backfield right now. Watson under center. It's going to be handed off to Ford. He had a nice little lane. Give it to the Falcons for not letting that one break through. Number 44 making a good play to kind of keep that one to a short gain of 4. Is that Trey Hendrickson, like from the old Bengals player? Old Saints player?
Troy Anderson.
Oh, Troy Anderson. You see, this is the old ears. I can't hear anymore. It's going to set up a 2nd and 6 from the 47-yard line.
Oh,
Watson coming out 2 tight ends. Yeah, we got Doug Johnson back here. Ooh, he had an opportunity. It looks like he cut it just a little early. If he waits another yard, another second, he might be able to break that one. Ernest Johnson was right there. Big play potential. Didn't get it. It's going to set up a big 3rd and 5 here. Now he can go for it because he's losing in the fourth quarter. So I know for sure if he decides, he could go for it. Is this 4-down territory if you're the Browns?
If it's 4th and 1, I say shoot for it. Otherwise, no. I'd say there's still enough time to not risk it.
Watson trying to get this one in. That one's going to be knocked away. Man, that had some potential. Falcons sending the heat there. Watson stared it right in the face, trying to make a big throw, but Falcons defensive backfield able to knock it away. 4th and 5, it looks like he's going for it.
That's where the new precision passing, I'm putting that back shoulder to the receiver.
Yep. Watson's got 4 receivers out here, 9 and 10 in close. He's got Chubb in the backfield with him. He puts a man in motion. Ooh, Claxton's going to bring it in. There is a flag on the play. Holding against the Browns. 4th and 15. Now you've got to punt the ball. He might go for it, I guess. Yeah, he's got to punt the ball. That's killer. Gutsy play on both sides. Falcons are right there to make a play. They get lucky with the defensive penalty. Or the offensive penalty, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's definitely heartbreaking. He got the 1st down yardage, and then the offensive lineman held up too much. It
looked like Patterson almost broke through that one. 26 dove right past him. So 1st and 10 for the Atlanta Falcons. They're up 7:51 left to go here in a crazy fourth quarter. The Cleveland Browns have just made big play after big play. Let's see if the Falcons can actually put something together here from their own 22-yard line.
Yeah, so he's got to be a lot more conservative. There's no need to force passes at this point.
Got Williams in the backfield, 2 tight ends. Now it's going to go straight to Williams. Johnson trying to come up and make a play, but Williams trucks him over. It's going to set up a 2nd and inches here from the 31-yard line. Big run there from Williams, who tends to be the back that he trusts the most back here now.
Yeah, it's like I'm saying. He doesn't have like these pronounced power backs, but they're playing powerful in the run game today.
Lindell Joseph breaks that one up, but Williams gives him an arm to the chest. He gets through, still sets up a 3rd and inches. So good play by the Browns of following after the ball and gang tackling. This is a big play, 3rd and inches.
Now, here's where I'd oddly throw a fullback dive in just because it's inches. But it'll be interesting to see what Kobe chucks up here.
Yeah, he's stacking the box for the Cleveland Browns. Ridder under center. He's going to hand that one off to Williams. Oh, it looks like Johnson came up, read the play, almost filled the hole, but looks like he tried to maybe hit stick or he tripped. Something happened there. He got caught up, falls to the ground, and Williams picks up a big first down. So 1st and 10 for the Falcons from their own 38-yard line. Big run there by Williams.
That's essentially another 120 seconds off the clock.
And it shows... I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. It shows, like you were saying, trust in Williams because he didn't do a fullback dive. He gave it to the young running back. Handoff going to go to Patterson, but that one gets shut down quick. And something Kobe's really good at is that well-timed truck stick. But you might get the truck stick. You're not breaking Myles Garrett's tackle. That's just not going to happen.
Yeah. That's one of the things where you don't run to Myles Garrett. You try to run away from Myles Garrett.
Agreed.
So far, all the big plays have been running away from Myles Garrett.
5:51 left to go. We're coming down to an epic ending in season 102's. This is OMFL Bowl number 102. A little tight formation, two tight ends, 2 receivers. So we go to Patterson, a big hole away from Myles Garrett. As you said, he picks up 14. He needed 12. First down of the Falcons at their own 50.
If I'm Kobe there, I'm trying to juke out Grant Delpit. Big play going out the outside if you would have got it.
That trap drives me insane. I can't run it. I don't know how to run it. Nothing seems to work when I try to run it. But, man, when he burns you on it and he gets you on it, it goes for a big play.
Falcons going 4 wide.
4 wide, 3 receivers to the left. Patterson in the backfield. Oh, he's packed to pass. He's trying to get that one off. That was picked off by Clowney. Oh, Clowney's going to take this one for a pick 6. What are we watching?
Jadeveon Clowney.
Are we watching? It looks like Ritter was late trying to get the ball out. The pressure gets to him. Clowney hits the running back. It's off of Patterson's hands. He falls down. Clowney picks it off with one hand and returns it. We have a tied ball game with all the momentum going to the Cleveland Browns. Oh my God, Trey.
Wow. That's incredible. Talk about
nuts.
We went into this fourth quarter and Kobe had the 2 touchdown lead. Needed to be conservative. 2 huge defensive plays.
This is not what we were expecting. 2 defensive touchdowns for the Cleveland Browns, saving their offense. Holy cow, team. If you are missing OMFL Bowl number 102, you need to call your mama, you need to call your sisters, you need to call your auntie, you need to tell them to log in and watch the ending of OMFL Bowl 102. There's still time, 4:44 left to go. Kobe, Denbrew trading knockout punches, and neither one of these guys will go away.
Now if I'm Kobe, I'm panicking. You've now had 2 drives go up in smoke that led to touchdowns on you.
Yeah, I'm frustrated. My palms are sweaty. I'm overthinking everything. Ritter back to pass. Lobs this one up. It's just right out of bounds from Pitts. It's a flag on the play. It's going to be a legal man downfield. Just a little late on that play. It looks like the Falcons have called a timeout. They need to gather themselves here.
That play, Kobe's tried that twice now, and both times his left tackle has been downfield just a little too early.
Let me ask this. If I doubt it. Well, I shouldn't have said I doubt it. I should just get your opinion. That's what I want to do. Are you taking the time out here just to take a breath? Just to get water in you and just be like, yo, I need a quick second, but I need a second? Or is this like, I need to check something?
I would take it just to try and hit that mental, reset. We're even ball game now. Playing scrambling at this point to make up for these mistakes, it's a rough way to go.
If you're the Browns, are you accepting that penalty? Because I'm really thinking about not accepting it. I'd rather have 2nd and 10 than 1st and 15.
I would, given the field position, I accept it because if he keeps getting penalties like that, you could potentially put him up into the back of the end zone, maybe get a safety, and then you're putting the ball in Nick Chubb's hands.
Ritter under center, weak formation for the Atlanta Falcons. This one's going to go to Williams, who's been just kind of the cow bell carrying back. I don't know if that's exactly how you say that, but he's been getting all the carries here. Yeah, that guy. In the second half here for the Atlanta Falcons, it's going to set up a 2nd and 9 here. So making it a little manageable, sticking to an old-fashioned run, but able to get 6 yards there to help out.
Yeah, definitely. I think Kobe's definitely going to be. I think now that we're in this situation, expect a lot more Kyle Pitts again.
Watch for Pitts. Oh, he went to the other tight end, Frisker, who burned him earlier. In that formation, the second I see that man go in motion, I'm selecting that far weak side free safety. I'm getting over the top because I know that I'm thinking that's going to be Kyle Pitts. It's going to be somebody. I'd much rather give the play up in the middle of the field, but give it to Atlanta Falcons, scheming up another nice pass there.
And that's the exact same play that earlier in the game that Frisker burnt the Browns for a touchdown on.
Riddler's going to give this one to Patterson, but man, Patterson, this defensive line and linebacker situation for the Browns, I mean, they are pretty spectacular.
It's a really well put system in Cleveland.
Because that's a scary defense. You got a tied ball game. He's running 2 tight ends, and you're putting 6 men on the defensive line. Like, that's scary. I'm not. I don't have the balls to run that. 2nd and 12 here from the 34 for the Atlanta Falcons. Riddler in the pistol formation puts Pitts in motion. Look for the post in from Pitts. Yep, there he is, wide open. He could have got a block there from London. He might have been able to spring that one, though. Nice run. Again, talking about schematic changes. Man, you got to know that that's coming right there in the middle of the field.
Yeah, that's one I'd be using him in the safety high, expecting that pass the Pitts in the middle.
Are you overthinking the use of Pitts now? He's been your big receiver. He's caught majority of your balls. Are you like doing the math in your head? Are you like, I got to go to somebody else?
Normally I'm not in that situation, but yeah, I'd definitely be a little bit concerned with how much Pitts has been used so far.
Man, Patterson just breaking the tackle, but he couldn't go anywhere. He shut down pretty quickly. 2nd and 12. Same formation, same style of play, just a different little bit of a read option. I think you save that one if you're Kobe, right? Just kind of put that one in your back pocket, maybe run it in a couple more plays. Back to back, kind of know it's probably not going to be the exact same play you just ran. It's going to set up a 2nd and 12 here for the Cleveland Browns. Tied 24-24. Falcons almost in field goal range. I guess maybe technically that's a super long field goal. 2:15 left to go. It's going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, and perfectly examples. Honestly, the 2 defensive MVPs. It was Myles Garrett and Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah that made the play on them.
Ritter back to pass. Pressure coming up the middle. Trying to get that one off to the left side. Williams breaks the tackle. Garrett's going to get him down, but not before he falls for the first down. That is massive.
That's a huge first down. That's inside field goal range. Kobe can be conservative, make Denver use his timeouts, and kick the field goal.
Ritter, with all the pressure in his face, stayed composed and was able to get that out to the running back for a big first down.
If I'm Kobe here, I'm not throwing the ball at all. I'm just running the ball.
I can't argue that. We're just going to play action this one. He's going to get it out. Oh, that could have been ugly. We got a little lag on our side. That could have easily been picked off. Riddler I keep calling him Riddler like he's on Batman. Ritter trying to get that one over to the tight end. He lobbed it. That could have been picked off by the Browns. Lucky for Kobe, that one just falls harmlessly to the ground.
That's essentially a free Cleveland Browns timeout.
You are 100% right. Kobe was trying to put the game away with that one. No receivers on the field. All tight ends. Browns putting 8 in the box here.
See, even in that aspect, I wouldn't be trying to get the touchdown here. I'd be trying to use the timeouts off of Cleveland.
Yeah, Patterson's going to get shut down. We're getting a lot of entries now for this Falcons offensive line, which is also really going to hurt any pass attempts. 3rd and 11 here from their own 34. Cleveland now has the extra timeout on offense if this one is a run. Like you said, that one may come back to haunt him.
It definitely looks like that could be the case. And especially now you're in 3rd and 11. Are you risking the pass now and potentially giving him another free timeout, giving him 2 timeouts to drive downfield?
You got to watch for the receiver, number 14 on this play. Oh, and Ridley with a big reception to the left side. 1st down, Falcons. That is a big time throw. 1st and 10 from the 16, 141 left to go. Only 1 timeout for the Browns. And I think that they can go ahead and milk this one all the way down now.
They can milk a good portion of it down. I think you'd still get about 30, 40 seconds worth of time to get that ball downfield.
That was a ballsy throw. As I eat some of my Halloween candy. I need popcorn.
If Cleveland doesn't just try to let Kobe
I
score
would.
here.
I 100% would. I would have prevent defense, pull them all back, watch for the pass. Like, I am doing whatever I can to let him score, give me the timeout. That gives me the opportunity to come down and try to tie this game. That's hard to do, though, right? It's a hard thing to force yourself to do. But it is the play.
Now there's no timeouts. Kobe can chew off about another 80 seconds clock. Give him about 17 seconds.
2nd and 8 from the 14. It's going to be Williams off the left side. Going to be brought down pretty quickly here. It's going to set up 3rd and 17. 134 left to go. It's going to get it to like 50 seconds, and then he'll kick the field goal, which will lead him about 10 seconds left to go in this game. So I guess technically not over.
If I'm Kobe in this aspect, I'm not even running the ball. I'm just taking it.
Yeah, I'm nailing it. Yeah. Patterson in the backfield.
Cleveland loading up.
Oh, the cut stick. Yeah, it's
See, I'm
going to
not
put
going
it.
for the cut stick there. Cut stick you can't get a fumble off of without abilities.
Yep.
You got to be going for the hit or the strip there.
Wow, we don't even have the pressure kick.
Yep, no ice sticker.
Whoa. Wow. I can't believe that was automatic.
Yeah, you need the timeout to cause that to happen.
Falcons just letting it run down, taking the timeout.
Kobe shoot it down, took the timeout.
Bro, if we get a block here, I'm going to lose my stuff.
That would be ridiculous.
I'll lose my stuff.
Oh.
Who gets that one up, and it is good. And the Atlanta Falcons take the 30-27 lead here. I'm sorry, 27-24 lead here with 9 seconds left to go. And Koo's just going to probably squib this one. No, he's kicking this one off. No, we're lagging behind.
Uh-oh.
All right.
I don't know, Dan. You
6
lost 5
seconds.
yards and 3 seconds on the clock.
Wasn't it you that have lost a couple of games by Hail Mary?
Yeah, I've lost kind of a few.
That's the perfect way to end season 102 is a Hail Mary right here.
If that happens, that would be the cap.
All right, Watson 1st and 10 from the 20, last play of the game.
If I'm Dan, I've been looking for a quick pass to the sidelines. Maybe get a PI though?
Yeah. No, And that is how the OMFL Bowl 102 is going to come to an end. Congratulations, Kobe and the Atlanta Falcons. Just dominant offensive opportunities. Great defense. I mean, he was making plays and just like nothing super sexy. Like not a ton of sacks, dropped a lot of interceptions, but just stayed the course, played great defense, and earned Kobe his first OMFL champion.
Yeah, it was a well-played performance, and especially to rebound after those two huge defensive plays in the second half in Cleveland. To finish it off solid and get the dub is very impressive for Kobe.
Yeah, and again, a team that is not 100% yet. Desmond Ridder gets his first championship in his first season. Kobe gets his first championship here after being close multiple times. Give it to the Cleveland Browns, though. Denbrew just did everything he could to win this game. I mean, on defense, he made some of the most spectacular plays I've ever seen. But we talked about it early in this game, and I said one of my keys to victory were the schemes of the offense of the Falcons and the schemes that he tends to be able to craft up, and they worked really well for him. Desmond Ridder, 70% completion percentage, 319 yards, 2 touchdowns on the day.
Yeah, I'd definitely love to hear, honestly, from both of them, their opinions on the game. Be interesting to see how both, as we went along, we had our sights on how things were going. It'd be interesting to get their opinions on how they saw the game going.
We'll have to see if we can get those guys to come on the next Press Pass Live and see if we can't talk through some things, because that was a pretty spectacular. Congratulations to both of these teams. Listen, I was on the other side, and so I feel like what I'm about to say matters, but Denbrew should not hang his head. I mean, back-to-back AFC championships, back-to-back OMFL Bowls, a dominant season from start to finish for the Cleveland Browns. He was right there at the end. Just was lacking a couple of big plays, and he just kind of fell slightly short. But look, you got a 3-point game late in the fourth quarter with 4:44 left to go. I mean, and no one here is going to pass that up. If you gave that option to every owner that you'll have a tie game with 4:44 left to go in the OMFL Bowl in the fourth quarter, every guy will say, sign me up for that season.
Yes, please.
Hindsight's 2020, but Nick Chubb getting 9 carries. That feels really low. It feels like this should have been an 18-carry game minimum for Nick Chubb.
Yeah, I feel like Nick should probably gotten that 20 or 25 carries that you'd expect from him.
But it's hard. You have those weapons. You're trying to attack the Atlanta Falcons. I just feel like where you attack the Falcons is their defensive line and linebackers, because their DBs are so athletic. There's so many playmakers back there. And he didn't throw any interceptions, so Watson didn't turn the ball over. But he was able to make enough plays. Early. Did he throw a pick?
Yeah, because it was the Denzel Ward pick into the Devin Royals interception.
That's right. He picks it off in the end zone and he came right back. That's right. I forgot about that play. That was a crazy back-to-back sequence that was big for both teams. But listen, that Cleveland Browns defense, they're not going away anytime soon, man. They're going to continue to be the hot thing. And they're going to continue to be really good. Well, Trey, it's going to bring us to the end of our time together. Give me some final closing thoughts to the Atlanta Falcons, OMFL 102 champions.
I called it. I called the 17 winning. No, it's really happy. I thought the Panthers would have that slot week 18 of the season, provided a bunch of change-ups. Kobe gets in. He gets the CPU game, which gave him a challenge. As much as people may discredit that, he barely walked out of that game. He then walked in versus Wayne. He gets the 1-point win there. He has 3-point wins going in, then goes in, gets a good, clean victory over the Commanders, and then comes in against the defending champions and beats them by 3. Kobe played a great offseason.
What was that score of the Commanders game? Do you remember? It was a close game, wasn't it?
I saw it was 23-10.
Okay, yeah. And so 3 out of his 4 games was decided by 3 points or less. That's a spectacular season, and Kobe earned it 100%. And congratulations to both these guys. Thank you to Denbrew for allowing us to screen share. Hopefully the lag was just on our end. I pray to baby Jesus that it did not cause lag on your end. It's the last thing I need on my shoulders is somebody upset that my game caused them lag. I think I still have a bit of trauma exposed from the last dude that I called his game, and he flew completely off the handle like some kind of weirdo. But hopefully Denbrew still loves me and we didn't cause lag on his end. Trey, thank you so much. I don't know where D-Wayne was. He didn't answer my text, that jerk, but thank you for hosting this game with me. Thank you everybody for being in chat. Make sure you go check out the Toilet Bowl, but it's been 2 hours and it's 10 o'clock at night and I need to take a breath and I still got to go find an owner and I still got like a lot of more stuff to do. So I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Trey, thank you for all of Press Pass Live and everything you've been a part of this season. Let's get off to the off season, do another Press Pass Live, and then we'll be in season 103 before we even know it, buddy.
Draft party.
That's right. That'll be the next one. We'll probably have a draft party before the next Press Pass Live. So let's do it. Trey will come join me. Maybe we get D-Wayne in here. Who knows? Maybe Roger's going to fill up to it. We're praying for you, Raj, and hopefully you're back on your feet soon. All right, for Trey, for the OMFL board, thank you for tuning in to OMFL Bowl number 102. Congratulations to Denbrew and his Cleveland Browns, to your champion, Kobe and Atlanta Falcons. You finally did it, buddy. You brought it home to the NFC South. Now give me one, maybe. That would be nice. I'd like to have one. Okay, we'll see you on the next one, guys.
Smash that like and subscribe.